Hello, thank you for having us join you in this session today. My name is Tracie Rose. I'm the Senior Program Manager with Basecamp Prevention and Wellness, and we're part of the Providence Heart Institute. And I wanted to introduce you to Basecamp before we have you get underway with Kristin, who's going to offer a beautiful mindfulness breathwork session to walk you through today. So I'm going to share some slides here really quickly so that you have them as soon as I can get these pulled up. And hopefully that's working. And so as I shared, Basecamp Prevention and Wellness, we're part of the Providence Heart Institute, though we're underneath that umbrella. Our programming is open to everyone, everywhere through virtual and in-person offerings. And we are funded by foundation dollars through the Providence St. Vincent Medical Foundation. And essentially, our entire focus falls under this 80% opportunity, where 80% of heart disease and most chronic disease is preventable by how we move, what we eat, and the way we live. And so we are here to share a variety of classes and programs and resources supporting your movement, nutrition, and well-being. And we always like to emphasize that these are free for everyone. Again, through our foundation dollars, we really believe in removing that barrier of cost so that folks are able to give certain practices a try. If it's something you've never tried a certain movement class before or some nutrition education, they're able to access that without that barrier. This is a little breakdown of some of the programs that we do have available under How We Move. Obviously, that's movement. So we offer in-person, virtual, and on-demand programs around movement. We also have some standalone programs. Hard to Start is a free 5K training program. Registration is actually open now with the next season beginning December 1st. You can learn more on our website, and I'll share that here shortly. Play Smart is our free youth heart screening program that's offered out in the community. And we do have an AED donation program where nonprofits in the Oregon and Southwest Washington area can submit to receive a free AED. Under What We Eat is our nutrition programming. So we have a very comprehensive offering around nutrition education, a live cooking class, and recipes. We additionally connect our community with our Ask the RD. So there's questions that you might have around nutrition that you can submit in, and our registered dietitian is able to offer answers to those each month. We also have a Providence Heart Guide, which is an annual publication available digitally and in printed form that just offers a great variety of ideas around healthy lifestyles, nutrition in particular, and some amazing recipes that are released each year. The Way We Live is really our well-being, that wellness portion of our emotional health. And so we offer opportunities to connect with our experts in some well-being programs that are offered throughout the year. We have a Wellness Corner blog, and we host a variety of other educational forums around healthy conversations with expert conversations and some additional programming that you would find on our website and that are listed here that you can learn more. Just to dive in real quickly with movement classes, because that is our most popular. Again, we have virtual, which are live taught 6 days a week, either through Zoom or Microsoft Teams. And we have a variety of classes. Several yoga styles are offered. HIIT, which is that intense 30-minute workout around cardio and strength training. Meditation, mat Pilates, Tai Chi, and Zumba. Our in-person classes, we have 2 locations here in the Portland, Oregon area, East and West. We do provide equipment if you come to our in-person fitness centers, and we offer several styles of yoga, Tai Chi, and Zumba currently. And on demand, those are email subscriptions where you receive video-based content to follow along for guided or self-led movement practices. And those range between a meditation breathwork all the way up to a pretty challenging strength training program. And just wanted to make sure you have our contact information. You can contact us via email, phone. You can find our website is providencebasecamp.org. You can also find us on social media, both Facebook and Instagram, under Providence Basecamp. So I just wanted to give that introduction so that you are aware of who's powering your amazing session today. And then I want to be able to turn the time over to Kristin, who's one of our amazing yoga instructors with Basecamp, to walk you through a relaxing and intentional mindfulness breathwork session. So enjoy.
Great. Thank you so much, Tracie. I'm really happy to be here. Thanks for joining me. And I think the most important thing to say is that I'll be making some offerings here today for our session, and let your own body be your guide. So I wanted to provide a session that you could have benefits from today, and then also take some tools home with you and kind of pick and choose from the things that we go through today, because some things might resonate more than others. So today is about stress management. And so the first thing that I want to invite us to do is to get comfortable. So I'm seated, I'm just on my couch at home. And so I've got both of my feet flat on the ground. So the soles of the feet are making contact with the floor. And so I invite you to sit if you're able to. And if you're lying down, that's okay too. I'll be making cues from a seated position, but you can do all of these exercises sitting or laying down or standing. So when I think about stress management, sometimes it's what we're wanting to really soften the body, have deeper breathing, and sometimes there is a need to move energy through the body. So we've got a few things coming up. So the first thing I want to invite us to do is a little shaking practice. So you can take your hands and just start shaking the hands. This is one if you feel like you want to get up and stand up. If you're able, that is a fun thing to do. So this is when it might get a little bit awkward. So as we move through the exercises, if you're feeling like, wow, this is weird and awkward, great. You can lean into that. If your whole body is feeling no, then that's also great as well. So we can move the hands, shaking the hands up above the head, shaking the elbows. We can get the shoulders into the action here, and the chest, and we can start moving around in our seat, get the hips into the action here. We can lift up one leg and shake out the foot, place it back down on the ground, lift up the other leg, shake it around, place it back down on the ground, shake those hands again. This is giving our body an opportunity to shift any patterns, also increases blood flow to places that might not get it a lot. And it's a way to shift perspective. So this is a practice that can be done in the morning, is really great as kind of a way to start the day without thinking, but dropping into the body. So a lot of these practices are really focused on moving from the headspace down into the body, and giving our mind a chance to soften and relax. And the mind is always wanting something to do. So right now we're telling the mind, hey, it's time to be awkward and it's time to do a little shaking. And in this way, we're allowing the mind to soften and relax. So let's go ahead, take the hands, rest them gently in the lap. We can imagine in our mind's eyes, using our imagination, any thoughts, worries, list making, thinking about the future, worrying about the past. We're going to wrap those all up in a bubble. And then we're gently going to push that bubble out of our space. And for the next few minutes, we'll just allow the focus to be with the body. So most of these practices are really focusing on the breath. So let's go ahead and take a deep inhale through the nose. Exhale audibly out of the mouth. Inhale. One more time, just like that. Deep inhale. Now we'll inhale while we draw the shoulders up toward the ears as high as we can go. And then on the exhale, see how long you can make the exhale while you're drawing your shoulders down. We'll do that a couple more times. So deep, slow inhale through the nose. And then exhale as slowly as you can as we draw the shoulders back down. One more time like that. Inhale through the nose. Drawing the shoulder blades up toward the ears, reaching up. And then exhale slowly, slowly down. Beautiful. Now we can imagine we're grasping a little dandelion and the flower has turned into seeds, and we're looking at this dandelion that's a big puffball of seeds, and we're going to make a wish here. So we'll exhale the breath, deep inhale through the nose, and then making a little circle with the mouth. So you can keep your hand up here with your imaginary dandelion, or you can place the hand back down on your lap, whatever you're feeling comfortable with. The idea is to visualize this dandelion puff and then imagine your breath focusing on the dandelion seeds and allowing those dandelion seeds to scatter with your breath. So the breath is deep and slow and focused. So we'll inhale through the nose. Exhaling slowly out of the mouth with that little O that we're making with the lips. And one more time like that. Deep inhale through the nose. Great. So there's the dandelion breath practice. So we're moving toward an awareness of the breath. So the breath is with us throughout our entire life, the cadence of the body, the inhale and the exhale. So as we drop into the awareness of the breath will want to naturally elongate, soften, and deepen. This sends a little signal to the brain saying, everything's all right in this moment, or okay enough. So a way of reducing stress is to make a connection with the breath and cultivate a relationship with it and see the breath as a tool and a companion that we can access any time of day, whether we're by ourselves or in a room of 100 people. We can move back to an awareness of the breath, providing us a sweet foundation for the body. So let's go ahead and put one hand over the heart, one hand over the low belly. And oftentimes I love to practice with my eyes closed. So if you're comfortable and feel safe enough, you can close your eyes or just allow the eyes to have a soft gaze. We're moving toward the internal landscape of the body. What's happening on the inside of the skin today? So, under the right hand, we can visualize the heart, this big, gorgeous muscle in the body that's beating, another companion with us for our life's duration. We can notice the breath moving the hand, the chest rising and falling as we inhale and exhale, inhale and exhale. The left hand on the low belly, we're allowing the low belly to soften. In this way, we're inviting the breath to enter the body fully. So we're filling up the lungs and we're allowing, using our imagination and visualization, we're imagining our whole body being filled with this new breath. So feeling the heartbeat inside of the chest, feeling the cadence of the breath. We're our own musical accompaniment with these two things, this beating of the heart, and then our own unique breath, our own unique cadence of the body. And as we breathe, we can notice different places where we can anchor our mind's attention to the breath. The mind wants to wander, it might want to worry about something, and we're saying, "Hey mind, it's all right. You're going to watch the breath, and that's all you're going to do. You don't have to worry about anything else in this moment." So there's a couple ways we can do that. One is watching the rise and fall of the chest. And with our hand, we can actually feel that in the body. Noticing on an inhale, the gentle rise of the chest. On an exhale, the gentle falling of the chest. Another place to anchor the breath is at the nostrils. So as we inhale, we can notice the quality of breath, the sensation of the breath coming into the body. What does this breath feel like as it enters the body? Maybe there's a little tickle of the tiny hairs inside of the nose. As you inhale, you might notice a cooling sensation. As you exhale, you might notice a warming sensation. So the nostrils is another anchor point to watch the breath. Inhaling and exhaling. Another way we can watch the breath is in yoga, it's called ujjayi breath. And this is where we make the breath audible. So the tongue can rest gently inside of the mouth. And the tongue is resting just in back of the upper front teeth. The jaw is open and the lips are closed, but we're not gripping with the jaw. And then we constrict the back of the throat such that we can start to hear the breath. So an exaggeration is so I like to call this the Darth Vader breathing. And it doesn't have to be that dramatic. And it's just a cue again so that the mind can soften a little bit and say, okay, I'm going to listen to the breath. Inhaling, exhaling, inhaling, exhaling. So you might just take a timer, time yourself for 2 minutes. Say, I'm going to listen to my breath. I'm going to have my hand on my heart, supporting my heart. Going to have a hand on the low belly. And I'm just going to simply sit here and breathe, watching the breath. And it's nice to choose an anchor point. Oh, I'm going to watch the breath at the nostrils. I'm going to listen to the breath. You can even say in your mind, I'm inhaling. I'm exhaling. I'm inhaling. I'm exhaling. And as we do this, the mind gets to rest. So I'm going to offer another practice, another breath practice, and this one involves sound. So with the hands on the low belly, we can allow the shoulders to drop away from the ears. We can feel the feet on the floor. We can imagine the feet growing roots all the way to the center of the earth. And we can feel the blanket of gravity hugging us to the earth. So there's nothing we have to do to be here on the planet. Gravity's doing all of that for us. So we're going to make sound here. So you can allow the muscles of the low belly to soften as the hands are supporting the low belly. And then we'll exhale, inhale, and then make sound saying ah. And the head can just rest and the jaw can open. So exhaling, deep inhale through the nose. Inhale. 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 One last time here. Deep inhale through the nose. So sometimes when we think about how to reduce stress, it can feel hard to get there just by sitting and breathing. So I have a couple of options for you if you're feeling just really stressed out and like it's all you can do to even just sit still, let alone sit there and watch your breath. So I'll give a couple options if you feel like you have so much energy, or maybe you're feeling anger or a sense of depression, like, gosh, I can't even move, I can't even get out of bed. Um, so this is again from the yoga tradition, and I call this one is layman's terms. It's called the wood chopper. So I've got my feet nice and wide apart, feet are on the ground, and then I'm going to inhale, drawing both hands up above my head, and then I'm going to exhale, making the sound ha. So inhaling, ha, 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 ha. 3 more times. Ha, ha, ha. You can put the hands back in the lap. So that's a practice that I think of as an adaptogen, meaning it can be used for many things. For example, if you have too much energy or energy you don't want, like I'm so angry, but I don't want to cause harm to myself or others, it's a good way to get rid of that. Also, if you're feeling like you have no energy, I'm so sad, I'm feeling so down, I'm so depressed. It's a way to actually cultivate energy in the body, giving you a little bit of, okay, let's do this thing. So that's one option. Another is called dragon's breath. And if you can't do the movements, you can imagine in your mind using the subtle body, and that's with everything. Let's say you can't move at all and you're laying in bed. That's fine. Your body is still valid and to be cared for deeply. So let's say you're laying in bed, you can use the subtle body, meaning imagination in your mind, that you're doing the movements, even if they're just in your mind. And that's actually something that's quite powerful. So the dragon's breath, inhaling the hands above the head, exhale, sticking the tongue way out, getting rid of all of the breath. Inhale, hands up overhead. Making a lion sound or a dragon sound. Inhale. 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 2 more times. Hands can return to the lap. At any time, you can close your eyes, feeling your heartbeat, feeling the cadence of your breath. The last practice that I want to point us to is box breathing. It has many names, but we'll inhale, we'll pause, we'll exhale, and we'll pause. There's a natural pause at the top of the inhale, and there's a natural pause at the bottom of the exhale. So we're elongating that pause in this box breathing. So we'll inhale through the nose, pause, exhale, pause, inhale, pause, exhale, pause, inhale, pause, exhale, pause, inhale, pause, exhale, pause. Last time, inhale, pause, exhale, pause. And we can let go of the box breathing. And let's go ahead and bring the hand to the heart if that feels comfortable. Well, let's go ahead and rub the hands together so we can feel warmth between the hands, the warmth of the body as expressed between the hands. And then we can take a hand over the heart. Maybe the left hand is supporting the low belly. Returning to that visualization of the heart beating inside of the chest. Feeling the inhale, drawing new life into the body. Feeling the exhale, letting go of all the stagnant energy and breath. And then if your eyes have been closed, you can open your eyes. Tap your toes on the floor, tap the heels on the floor, take a little look around your space. Look at something beautiful or neutral. And take another look around, tap the toes, tap the heels. And thank you so much for joining me today.